Earl Phelps. A shooting at the 111 Club. 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Dude, what the fuck? Get these goddamn morphine off the streets.
The nerve of some people.
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting.
God damn it. Just can't seem to put this morphine to sleep. A dead judge. It's not good.
Everyone has their vices. Even you, Phelps.
I need a drink.
I got the jitters again.
Mouthpiece court strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
It doesn't matter. We're not building in this city anymore. I'm no hood.
That's the cop of the newspaper.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
About time.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know who'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Any Central unit, suspect to be taken into custody at Southern California Auto Club. Stand by for further unit to handle identify code 2. Suspect to be taken into custody from the Southern California Auto Club, 6201 Santa Monica Boulevard, 11.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. What's going on here?
This joker was trying to tail one of our patrons.
I'm a reporter, you idiot. I'm doing a feature for the Examiner, and that patron I was following is a red under investigation by the feds.
Where is he now?
Parking lot. His is the blue Talbot. Say, how about an exclusive when you bring him back?
Shove off. You won't be filing your story today. I'll check this out.
A red, huh? Sneaky bastard. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
LAPD, sir. Can I have a word?
Well, that's an admission of guilt if I ever saw one.
He's not getting away that easily.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole. Let's see how fast he runs on bare limbs.
Would have thought that would have been the last one. Look at the back. Nigga, why are you driving through the parking like that?
Hands behind your head.
Dang it, look what I just did to the back of
This
the car.
is harassment. Understand? My politics are nobody's goddamn business but my own.
No, I couldn't keep the car. Can't I drive straight?
Homicide guys are already inside.
I don't think you're...
Bukowski,
But what's my opinion
Phelps,
against thousands of
back
others?
again.
we're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bowe. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. You might want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message. Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
I can't check the top pocket? Alright.
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
Just stepping all up in that blood. No, there must be nothing in that pocket. On to the next.
My friends work for the Examiner. About $5 for the exclusive.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
Can I actually search this guy? No? Okay. That's not food.
All these cops. Gotta be something big, right?
Nigga, you just standing right next to me. Oh. Actually, why can't I open this?
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
We have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
He's giving the black dude the morphine.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Okay, look, man.
These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument. What's that click? Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet. Kept his stash close at hand. We should follow up on the musician angle.
It's always going back to the blue room.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
What's this all about? Is Eddie behind on the VIG?
Eddie paid cash, sugar. I have no idea what enemies he might have had.
You don't ask, you never find out. You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
Friends work for the examiner.
I don't think you're a fool. But what's my opinion against thousands of others?
Back to the
Any
station.
ideas?
We need to speak to someone on the robbery detail.
Real happiness is when you marry a girl for love and find out later.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
Oh, somebody listening to the press?
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus. I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Mouthpiece first stripped off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
That bum took a swipe
Harry,
at me. I put him down.
you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war. Sounds like I better get down to the 111 Club. Thanks for the tip, Phelps. See you around.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired my gun.
Half a million cigarettes loose on the streets of L.A. This is the crate we recovered. Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club. Enough to arm 3 companies. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon. McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Thanks, Harry. Stay in touch on this.
I want to make homicide. You know you've made it.
Canary says he'll sing, but I don't know if I guarantee he'll walk. Did you know you can
I need a drink.
I got the jitters again.
The main bad guy gotta be one somebody from his unit.
I want to put him down in one room.
Or all those newspaper clippings I was looking at, it's probably
Thinking of moving up to a
fucking
45. I want to
that
stop him in one ride.
I was a kingpin, but that mob boss.
Turn right here. So, half your old lackeys were on that boat, the late Mr. Goldrick included.
They weren't my lackeys.
Subordinates then, whatever you want to call them.
There were a lot of people on that boat.
Maybe you're behind this whole thing, Phelps. Wouldn't that be a master stroke? Hey, cut me in early and we'll ride this one into the sunset.
Sounds like you've got the case all sewn up, Roy. We should call it a day and go home.
And miss out on the Blue Room? I couldn't do that to you.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries, Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy! How about you get a drink while I see to this?
Why would
Will
she
you sit down?
First of all, why would she do that? And why did that nigga feel comfortable to beat this bitch right in front of us?
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
They clearly have some type of
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
You're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, Colfax.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.